I guess we may as well give up for today.
Well, you won't get any argument from me.
Dave Walker. You after me, you dirty old man?
I ain't dirty, Liz, baby.
Liz, baby. Liz, honey. Can't you think of anything else to say, stupid?
I gotta get this order over to Miss Shovey. She's one of my better customers. Can't keep her waiting. I love you, Liz, baby.
Get out. Get out, you fat pig!
Have some trouble, Dave?
You know women, Cal. Gotta get the hair down every now and then.
You sure do know an awful lot about females. I gotta hand it to you.
I can't stand here jawing, Cal. Gotta get this order over to Miss Shovey.
What's she letting the hair down about this time?
Well, ever since Lem got herself killed, she wants me to sell out and move into town.
Don't you let her bamboozle you, Dave. You keep her right here in the store. After all, the place wouldn't be the same without you around.
Thanks, Cal. I better get going. See you when I get back.
Yeah, I'll be around. Liz, baby. It's Cal, honey.
You want something, Cal?
I sure do, honey.
Tired?
Oh, I'm dead.
Me too. Come on over here. It seems kind of silly knocking ourselves out looking for something we aren't even sure exists.
What do you mean?
You know, we've covered miles of back channel and haven't come across anything to support your father's theory of an alien creature. Not so much as a mud print we couldn't identify.
I know. You're not going to give up, are you, Steve?
Well, I can't waste any more time on a wild goose chase. With all respect to your father's ideas.
Dad seems so sure.
You're some woman, Liz. I reckon I haven't met a woman like you before.
You really like me, Cal?
You're kidding. No, I didn't hurt you now, did I?
It's just so strong. I like a man that's strong.
You sure picked a doozy, then, man, Dave. I don't think he's got a muscle in him. Just a big piece of flab. Oh, now, I didn't mean anything against you. Just that I can't see a real woman like you tying in with a tub-o-lard like him.
You wouldn't understand, Cal. You know, I've wanted to tell you. You just wouldn't understand.
Keep trying there. Come on, you tell old Cal all about it.
You wouldn't think bad of me?
Crazy. You tell me you killed your pa and your ma and your whole family. I fight to protect you.
First husband was a no-good bum. Couldn't keep a job more than a week. Used to get lushed up, come home beat up on me.
He must have been a prize pig.
One night he tried to hold up a gas station. He was so drunk he couldn't even run. They caught him less than a mile away. He got sent up. I got a divorce.
It's rough.
After 3 years working in a lousy beanery, I was ready for the first guy to say a nice word to me. It was Dave. That's it.
I wish it had been me. I'd know how to take care of a woman like you, Liz.
Maybe it ain't too late, Cal.
You're wrong, woman. It's too late for the both of you. Get up. Come on, get up.
Now, look, Dave, I know what you're thinking, but...
I got double large shot in this here thing. You got 2 seconds before I pull the trigger.
No point getting riled, Dave. Wasn't my fault, but... You've been pestering me for months to take her out.
Sure, Cal. I understand. Get her up so I can get a better look at the line, little tramp. Come on, get her up.
Come on, get up.
No, he'd kill me. Kill me.
Jumping. When your husband wants to take a look at you. You walk all the way, Dave?
One more step and I'll blow you plumb in two. Get over there.
Now, David, ain't as bad as you think.
Shut up. Tramp.
What are you going to do?
You'll find out soon enough.
Dave, you put down that gun before I get mad and make you eat it.
You go ahead and try it, Cal. Go right ahead and try it. Move. Move! on till you drop! Like a fool child.
No one can.
Come on, keep going.
Dave, please, you gotta listen. It wasn't my fault, honest. She kept playing up to me every time you turned your back. It wasn't my fault.
You call yourself a man. You and your muscles.
Stop, you tramp! If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in this fix. And my old friend Dave wouldn't be doing this thing to me. It's all your fault.
Oh.
Get going.
But Dave, we've been friends. We've been friends a long time, Dave. You wouldn't kill an old friend, Dave.
If you don't move, I'll kill you where you stand.
But Dave.
Brave, big man.
I didn't mean it, Dave. I didn't mean it. Dave, the kid is out here. Please, Dave.
I'm sorry. Honey. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
You think you've learned enough to stay away from a woman, Carol?
Anything, Dave. I'm moving out of the county. I'll do anything you say, Dave. Anything.
All right. Come on out of there.
Dave, give me a hand. How'd you go?
Look out! Behind you!
There ain't nothing down here, Sheriff.
Well, I'm getting tired of this. Come on in, boys. Well, if there was any bodies out there, we'd have found them. I want some straight answers, Walker. And don't give me any more of that crud about monsters, either. Where'd you hide them after you killed them?
I told you the truth, Sheriff. I didn't kill them. I just wanted to scare them good. I loved my Liz. I wouldn't do anything to hurt her. I loved her.
Sure. You loved her. That's why you chased her through the swamp with a shotgun. Come on, Walker. Where'd you hide the bodies?
Won't you believe me? It was some monsters. They...
Take him out of here before I lose my temper.
County fair reward if someone finds a body, Sheriff?
$50.
Each.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought that of old Dave. Of course, everybody knowed that Carol and Liz had a hankering for each other. Everybody but old Dave.
Darn fools. Grappling out there in the middle of the water. If them bodies are still in there, you can bet some old bull gator's got 'em stuffed in his cave under the bank. letting them ripen up for a few days.
Yeah, well, what we need now is some long cypress poles to go in there and probe them gator caves.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Doc. I can't do it.
I'll have to do it myself.
Wouldn't want to have to arrest you, Doc, but I will if I find you near the preserve with any explosives.
Steve.
Sorry, Nan. That's the way it's got to be.
Steve's right, man. It's his job to protect wildlife.
What about human life? 3 people have been killed in that game preserve. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Nan, try to understand. If I could be sure something in the swamp was responsible for those deaths, I wouldn't hesitate a minute. We've been together the last 3 days. We didn't see a trace of anything unusual. Not so much as a suggestion of any form of life unknown to us.
Steve, something killed those people.
All right, I'll admit Sawyer's death left a lot of questions unanswered. But you can bet your bottom dollar the other 2 died from Dave Walker's shotgun.
Do you really believe that?
Figure it out, man. Walker admitted chasing his wife and cow into the swamps after he found them together. He shot them and he tried to place the blame on Sawyer's DTs. If Sawyer had told of seeing purple giraffes with polka dot tails, Walker would have claimed they did it.
There's one argument against that, Steve. Dave Walker wasn't the kind of a man to hang himself, not even with 2 murder charges against him. I talked with Dave less than an hour before he killed himself. That man was in a state of shock. I've seen frightened men before, terrified men. But I've never seen anything to compare with the horror and the fear in Walker's eyes.
Well, he realized what he'd done, and he killed 2 people. One his wife. Oh, look, Doc, Nan and I were all over that swamp. And why didn't these monsters attack us?
I've been thinking about that. They're probably night creatures. They can't stand the light and they stay down near the bottom during the day. A small charge would stun them, bring them to the surface.
Can't buy, Doc.
You're pig-headed, Steve Benton. Stubborn and pig-headed.
You just don't understand, do you? Good night, Doc.
Them reeds. Just can't figure old Dave out.
If you was caught like Cal, what would you do?
I hadn't thought of that. Right over there in them reeds is where that big one used to be.
Yeah.
Caught some good catfish in that hole. Boy, this is sure a hot one.
Right unseasonable. Sure is funny.
Huh?
Ain't you noticed anything?
Oh, what?
We've been prodding around here all morning. Ain't run across a single gator. By rights, this pool should be crawling with him. Sure funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
I don't like the looks of things. Let's call it a day.
Well, now, wait a minute. We ain't pulled the gator holes around the bend yet.
You do what you want to do, boy. Just get me on dry land, and right quick.
All right. Now, ain't no use getting all head up. Let's go. You better quit drinking that moonshine. That's why you're so wrinkled and ugly.
out here. Wild goose chase.
We've been calling, but there's been no answer.
Oh, I just got back. What seems to be the trouble?
Well, haven't you heard?
Old Sam Peters and Porky Reed have disappeared.
Come on inside.
You know, Clovis, nothing would please him more than to have all the swamp people disappear. Swamp trash, he calls them.
I know.
They have about as much regard for him as he has for them. When they're worried enough to go to him, you know something's wrong.
Mrs. Reed said the men went searching for Cal and Mrs. Walker's bodies, and they never returned.
Clovis says he'll get up a search party if they don't show up in a couple of days.
Doc, you and Nan take your car and get as many volunteers as you can. Tell them to meet me at the old wagon road. I'll call Doak Evans and have him bring his dogs. Either they're lost or they've had an accident.
I hope to heaven you're right. Scent, anyway.
Dad, do you think they'll find them?
Only the good Lord can answer that.
Well, at least we know they got this far. All right, let's split up into two parties and circle the lake. Keep your eyes open. Let's move out. right, let's keep moving. Well, we can't do anything more tonight. Might as well start back.
I reckon ain't no use hurrying now, Mr. Benton. Reed and old Sam was alive. They'd let us know with a holler or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way.
You fellas notice anything about this lake? I mean the gators.
What about them?
They ain't. A piece of water this size usually has maybe 50, 60 big uns around. A whole lot of little ones. It's real unnatural.
Well, maybe our torches scared them away.
Nothing scares gators. So nothing. Animal or human.
Well, we might as well get out of here.
You got something in mind, Steve?
I keep thinking what Evans said about the gators. Nothing scares them, animal or human. And yet something made them leave. Maybe a mineral contamination. Guess I better run some water samples.
Come on, you two. Drink your coffee.
And supposing there is no contamination?
Well, then I'll send over to Eastport for a diving rig and go down to look for this monster of yours.
No, Steve, don't even joke like that.
I'm not joking, man. I had some training with an aqualung while I was in the Navy.
But, Steve...
Look, there are 2 bodies we know for sure down there. Maybe 4. They've got to be brought up.
Wait a minute. There are no alligators in that part of the swamp, right?
So?
No sign of any fish or snakes?
No. Well, what are you getting at, Doc?
Well, there goes your argument about setting off a dynamite charge underwater. It'll bring the bodies to the surface.
Get it out of your mind, Doc. I'm not using any explosives as long as there's another way.
Why must you be such a...
Stubborn pighead?
Exactly.
I'll tell you why. Number 1, there's bound to be some aquarium life in that section, even if the bigger forms have abandoned them. Explosion underwater would destroy every living thing and wreck what nature took years to build up. Number 2, I'm paid to prevent the useless slaughter of wildlife. Number 3, I'd have to get authorization. And to get that authorization, I'd have to come up with a heck of a good reason. Satisfied?
Finish up, Dad. I want to go home.
Steve, how long will it take to get this diving equipment from Eastport?
A couple of days. Why?
Oh, nothing. Take care of yourself, Steve. Well, here's hoping.
Dad, can't you throw the dynamite in from here?
No, I want to get it out into the middle, in the deepest part.